Namaste. Today's talk is about Mahābhārata Janapadas and their migration. So I'm Jijith Nadumuri, former scientist in ISRO. So initially let me talk about some of my previous works. So from 2004 onwards I'm creating Bhārata Varṣa maps. So the first one with 150 place name elements. I have created one map, and then in 2007 with 450 name elements, and 2008 to 2012 I have focused on the Rāmāyaṇa maps with the travel map of Rama and from Ayodhya to Lanka, and there was a revised map on 2012 with some change in the positioning of Panchavati that you can see. And then in 2016 to 2018 worked on the Kuru Rashtra. So here the detailed map of Kuru Rashtra superimposed to the Harappan cities that has to be correctly mentioned as Saraswati Sindhu civilization cities, and other is the pilgrimage of Balarama, and here you can see the mention of cities and the Harappan excavated sites superimposed, and Kurukshetra with the four corners and very focused geography in different places in the Kurukshetra Kuru region, and then analysis of the IVC, the Sindhu Saraswati civilization, with four different groups: the Gāndhāra, Mathura, and then Kuru zone, and then Sindhu Sauvira, Shivi zone, and Dvāraka zone that you can see. And then there are some analysis of the Ramayana locations, around 149 place names in Ramayana, and 133 place names in Kuru Rashtra alone that have been created, and analysis of the Sanjaya's world, that is the narrative in Mahābhārata, where it talks about the four continents with the people tree shape and rabbit shaped continents, and he talks about the 7 geographical divisions of Asia with 7 Varshas and 6 mountains that you can see all this geography. So it has developed like an atlas, and the Meru Ilavarta region, which is the central region, and the Kulavarvatas of Bhārata Varṣa it is mentioned. And finally Sanjaya narrates the details of Bhārata Varṣa with around 150 rivers. So I have mapped the major one of them in this particular map. You can see the list of 150 rivers, and then Janapadas, and here there are 250 different Janapadas mentioned in different categories. There is a general list, and then there is a list of northern Janapadas, southern Janapadas, Janapadas ruled by this non-Kshatriya kings, etc. And here is a detailed map Uttara Bharata. It is with cities and Janapadas you can see, and this is the same map Dakshina Bharata, and this is a map which is having Kuru Rashtra in much more detail. And now how I came about the migrations of Janapadas. So after plotting the different Janapadas and cities, kingdoms, etc. in the map, I have analyzed the travel narratives of different personalities, like the 5 Pandavas, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, the Vanras in Ramayana, all those things. So based on the movement of the people, you can get a comparative positions of different Janapadas. So here you can see the Pandu Digvijaya, then Bhīma-Arjuna Digvijaya, then their travel from Varanamiti to Ekachakra, Arjuna Tirthayatra, Yudhishthira Tirthayatra. So all these things you can see how it is all connected and the different relative positions. Then for Jarasandha, they move from Kuru to Magadha, Arjuna Digvijaya. So the Digvijaya of the 4 Pandavas, Arjuna to the north, Bhima to the east, up to Lauhitya, and then Nagala to the Sindhu region, and Sahadeva to the south as far as Kerala Chola Pandya. All these things you can see. In Ramayana also similarly you can see the Rama's travel with the Vishwamitra. It's a circuitous journey from Kosala to Kamasrama and Videha, marrying Sita, he comes back. Then there is a movement of Bharata to Kekeya, and then he is coming back. And then the main journey of Rama from Ayodhya to Lanka. So all these things, what is important is that by comparative analysis of Řgveda and Ramayana and Mahābhārata, and understanding about the geography, and I have not put the Rigvedic geography maps here, but if you comparatively analyze these geographies, you can see that some of the Janapadas are moving in course of time, like in hundreds of years. So, and you can actually understand it based on the movement of different people. So, analyzing the travel narratives. So, these are the findings. So, for example, the Țālvas. The Țālvas, the oldest mention is in the Cedi region, where the Cedi king gave birth to Țālvas and Mathura kings. And some of the Țālvas moved into different directions, migrated into different directions. Madras different direction, like you can hear about Uttara Madras, Apara Madras, etc. in Mahābhārata in the Arjuna's travels. And in Țālva itself, there was a Țālva king who was in love with Amba of Kashi. So there is a Țālva Janapada, Țālvaka Janapada near to Kashi. So all these things indicate their migrations, or it can be sibling divisions of this. Similarly, Yādava migration will be very familiar to everybody, where the Yādavas are moving from the Mathura to Dvāraka because of the impact of Jarasandha. And not only the Dvāraka, like if you look at the Mahābhārata narrative, so many other kings move because of Jarasandha. Mentions about movement of Kosala to the west, and then Pāncāla is also moving to farther away from Jarasandha and from their own location. And many other kings, Kunti, Matsya, everything is affected because of that. And similarly, I can go into details. There is a Manipura city, Kalinga city mentioned in Arjuna's pilgrimage, and Arjuna marries Chitrangada from there. And currently that entire culture is located in Manipur state. So there is a migration that occurred from the Kalinga city to the northeast into the Manipura state. Similarly, the Bāhlikas, based on the narratives in Mahābhārata, they are located very close to Kurukshetra, so that the Bāhlika kings are always present in Hastinapura for any kind of discussions, etc. And later on, you can see their migration, because the word Bāhlika itself means the one who have gone outside. So they are moving further, and in the historical period, they have moved so far along the Uttarapatha, gone after the mountains, and the Bāhlika region, that is currently, you can see that is a migration of Bālyas from the closer to the Kuru to that northwestern direction. Similarly, Gāndhāras, very clearly Takshashila and Pushkalavadi, etc. are mentioned as their cities. So they will be in the Charasadda region in Pakistan. But you can see they are now maybe some sibling branch migrated to Afghanistan and given place names like Kandahar. And there is a mention of a place called Prākjyotisha. In Ramayana, it is mentioned as part of the Western geography in the narrative of the Vanaras who were ordered by Sugriva to search for Sita. But in Mahābhārata, you see in Arjuna travels, it is placed very close to the north of Kuru. But then subsequently they are found in the Assam and Prākjyotishpura, Guwahati, and so there is a large scale migration of the Prākjyotishas that has happened. So these are some of the examples of the migration, and I have given more details in my paper to make this particular discussion very brief. So many thanks. I look forward for some comments.